You can't out-hustle loneliness. Every solopreneur hits this phase, that silent stage where the excitement of I'm building something starts to fade and suddenly it's just you and the laptop. No teammates, no boss, no one to check on your progress, just silence. When I first started out, I was exactly there. I built my first business from a small apartment back home in Lebanon. Power cuts, bad Wi-Fi, endless nights alone in front of the screen, and I thought I could do it all myself. But what I didn't realize then was that isolation quietly kills your momentum. You start the day with energy, but by noon you've opened up 10 tabs and lost track of what you were supposed to do. You close the laptop at night, drained, but not because you worked hard. It's that other kind of tired, the one that comes from doing everything alone. And no one talks about this part because it doesn't look dramatic enough for social media. It's not burnout, it's not failure, it's that quiet emptiness that creeps in when you realize no one would notice if you stopped today. Humans aren't built for isolation. We evolved in tribes, and so accountability and belonging are literally how our nervous systems regulate motivation. When you're around people who move, you move. And when others expect something from you, you deliver. When you're alone too long, your brain stops getting those external signals that say what you're doing matters. So it fills that silence with something else. Distraction, scrolling, overthinking, comparing yourself to strangers online. That's the loneliness loop. It's not just emotional, it's neurological. When you feel disconnected, your brain looks for a quick hit of connection. Likes, DMs, comments, videos, news, anything that feels social for a moment. And the more you do that, the less real connection you actually have. You end up more alone, more scattered, and more stuck. You started this path for freedom, to build something on your own terms. But freedom without connection turns into chaos. Because without someone to keep your standards high, your mind lowers them without asking. Without accountability, deadlines become suggestions. And without real feedback, you get stuck in your own head, looping on, is this even working? This is why so many founders fade out after that initial spark. Not because they lack talent, but because they lack mirrors. You can't see your blind spots alone. You can't borrow belief alone, and you can't sustain consistency alone. Success isn't solo, it's social. Proximity is what creates consistency. When you're surrounded by people who are moving, you start moving. And that's not weakness, that's just how your brain actually works. Accountability isn't pressure, it's energy. So the real question is not how do I get more disciplined, it's who around me makes discipline feel normal. Structure meets connection. That's why I built GrowthAddicts, not just as an app, but as a daily ecosystem that keeps you plugged into growth. You join a small squad, 4 to 5 founders in your time zone, people who get what you're building and care enough to notice when you don't show up. Every morning you set your big 3, the 3 things that actually move the needle today. And every evening you check in. Slip, your squad notices. Show up, your squad celebrates. And in between, you've got the tools, frameworks for focus, support when your mind spirals, and real conversations, not highlight reels. So no more fake accountability groups or vague hype. This is structure, psychology, and community all in one. If you've been building alone for too long, stop trying to outgrind isolation. You're not broken, you're just disconnected. You don't need more willpower. You need people who make showing up feel normal. Because when your environment expects growth from you, you grow. If this hit home and you know you've been stuck behind your wall, then tap on the link in the description, join your squad, and start showing up again together.